Hi everyone. In this video I'll be showing you how to construct a class diagram for hospital management system. So let's get started. So currently I'm using here star UML. You can use any other software you want to construct this diagram. So after going into star UML, just you need to click on model and you'll be having add diagram, and you need to click on class diagram. I think by default it is also class diagram. So first thing, just imagine this hospital management system as an online website for an hospital. Okay. So through imagination only we will be able to construct this diagram. So first thing, whatever may be the online system, the first thing is going to be the user. So first let's have a class for our user. So this user can be the patient and sometimes cannot even be the patient. Like in case if that user is some relative or friend of that patient, he can also log in and book an appointment for that patient. And in some cases that user can be the patient itself. So it's like two choices we have. So first thing, I will just click on this and I will just change this to the user class and just right click it, add, and I'll be having here attribute. So I will just have it as username, and this is going to be of type string, and I click and add another attribute. Next thing is going to be the email. This is also going to be of type string, and next one is going to be the phone number, again of type string. Next one is going to be the password, and you can just have it password, and this is going to be of also of type string. So just the basic standard login and stuff. Okay, and by functions I will just go and add operation. Is going to be first operation is going to be update or edit details. You can just have it update details, like the address. You can also add address and other stuff over here also. That's to your address and card details if it's an online transaction. Add patient details, and next one is going to be, in case if the user itself is going to be the patient, the user can directly add his or her own details to it. And next one is going to be book appointment. Hope I am spelling it correctly. Yeah, book appointment. And I think that's it pretty much. Yeah, this is enough for the user, like because we are going to have a lot of classes, so this is kind of enough. And next thing, let's go with the patient. Okay, so as I told you, there are two cases. The user can be the patient itself, and the user can be some relative or friend of that patient. So it's going to be patient. So the exact same details, but we won't be having the email. Like we can have the email and phone number, but no need of password. Okay, so because the patient is not going to log in or something, the user already has. So let's keep it simple. So it's going to be attribute. So it's going to be some standard details. Okay, patient name is of type string, and next one is going to be address. Address is important, and next one is going to be the blood group, some standard stuff. Next one is going to be the symptoms. You can call it symptoms or the disease or the patient is having or that condition, medical condition. So I will just go with medical condition. Medical condition. This is also going to be of type string, and the age, the other stuff you can also add it on your own. Just imagine, like, if don't imagine going to a hospital, okay, but just imagine in this case. So what are the things you will enter? Just add those integer for age. So yeah, this is fine. And next one is going to be the operations. It's going to be get doctor appointment. And next one is going to be get medical records. So in case of, like, you'll be having a big document, right? The medical state, all the details like the blood pressure, sugar level, the complete test. So you need to do a testing before that to get the record. So you need to have get lab tests, and next one is going to be get the prescription. It could be digital or it could be a handwritten one. So prescription. Next one is going to be pay bills. Pay the bills. Most important thing for an hospital is paying bills there. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's enough. Get it this one. So this is fine for the patient. I'm just like keeping it as simple as possible. If you want, you can add any other attribute or operation, like how much ever you want. That's totally up to you. And we have this. And next one is going to be the hospital staff. So I am not going with doctor or nurse. So hospital staff is obvious. The doctor, nurse, and other people who are working in the hospital. So it will be the receptionist and people like that. So they need to also have like access to the portal. So we'll just have here like this. So staff, they can also like update their time, working time and other stuff. So I'll just go with attribute. They can also log in. So I'll just go with name, which is going to be of type string, and the same email, phone number and stuff. So you can also like fill it up. Address, their details, everything will be coming over here. You can just like exactly copy these things into here. Next one is going to be their bank details, because the payment is done through online, right? The hospital pays the staffs. So we'll be having the bank details, which is, I will put it as string, the card details or something like that. String, yeah, that is fine. And address and other documents of a staff. Next one is going to be the appointments on the day. Appointments, so they need to like work. There will be a shift in some cases, or there will be like working hours. So I want to like mention it as appointments. And next one is going to be the shift. Okay, they need to like, they have morning shift, night shift, because the hospital, majority of the hospital runs 24/7. So shift details. So this will be of type string, and salary amount, and you can just add it up. So yeah, so this is it basically. So just go with add and operation, and I will go with edit details. So lot of details can be edited. These many details can be edited with the staff. Just right click and go with add operation. And in case if the doctor is free and wants to like check up any new patient, the doctor can like update the appointment status as free or available. So it's going to be update appointment. So this is going to be one thing, and next one is going to be generate bills. Just click this, generate bills, and you can also like billing is usually done by, they have separate people to do the billing and stuff. Doctor never bill. Doctor will give prescriptions. So yeah, give prescriptions. Yeah, pretty much it for the staff. That's good now. And another important thing that we need to note here is that we need to add an ID for our patient. So that's also an important thing. We'll have an attribute, and let me name it as patient patient ID. Okay, so that is going to be of a type long int or integer. So integer is fine. And let's also have ID for our staffs. So it helps us to like more easily distinguish between the people. So we need to like we need to have a primary key or something like that. So I think ID is the best thing, which is unique. So which helps us to distinguish between many people, a particular individual. So go with staff ID. I'll go with the integer. Yeah. So this is fine. And now let's go with the appointment class. So just click on class. So it's going to be appointment. I'm spelling it correctly, I guess. Appointment. Yeah. So the appointment will also have ID. So I'll just click on attribute. Usually the user triggers an appointment, like when entering the patient details, get doctor appointment. So the user will trigger the appointment for a patient. So it's going to be appointment ID, which is also going to be of a type integer, and next one is going to be the patient ID, and I'll go with attribute patient ID teacher. And this appointment will also have the staff's ID, because once the doctor is free to check up that appointment, the doctor's ID also will be like added to the appointment. Okay, it will link to that. So I'll just go with doctor ID. So that's also going to be of type integer. So here also it's going to be of a type integer, and next one is going to be what else you will have in appointment. It's going to be the date and time. So it's going to be attribute, have here date and time, and the data type is going to be date. So there is date data type. So we have in MySQL and many other programming languages. Date is also a data type like integer and string. So now we are done with the attributes. Next thing is going to be just update, like in case the user is not available during that appointment time, or in case the doctor is not available, they can like reschedule or postpone or prepone the appointment based upon their free and available time. So I will just go with, what is that called, update details. Simple, just have it like this. Yeah, this is fine for the appointment class. Next one is going to be the admin. So just imagine as a admin person who like can edit the entire details of our hospital system. So the admin level user, basically we will have normal user and admin user. Like the admin user will have more privileges and more operations that the normal user can't perform. So yeah, this is also like it comes under staff, but this particular admin can edit or remove the staff's detail itself. So it's like, he has more privileges in working off that online system. So admin, same thing, the admin will also have a same login feature like that. So yeah, same username, admin ID, you can have it as admin ID, which is also going to be of type integer. And next one is going to be the username and password. So you can just have email, username, password, like you can just fill it up there. It's going to be the password, and it's going to be of type string. Yeah, and that's it. This is fine. This is now fine. We'll just remove this. And what are the functions? The admin can basically remove the details from the database itself. So by removing, what I mean is that completely delete. So for example, if a particular staff is like resigning from the particular hospital, their details are not at all needed, right? So their details can be like completely deleted by the admin. And in case a particular staff has taken leave, emergency leave, the admin can update the status of that particular staff. And in case of like any queries regarding salaries and other stuff, updating any schedules in case there is the hospital is going to like shut down for some time due to some emergency and other stuff, the admin can like immediately respond that in the website. So this is what basically the admin does. So the main focus is the admin can edit anyone's details. So it's like he has the privilege to do that. So I'll just go with edit hospital details. So yeah, this will include everything. Yeah, he can literally do anything, but like there's no purpose in deleting a patient's details because the patient can come again to that hospital also. So it's can delete and edit the staff's details and can update the schedules and appointments in case if there is any emergency situation in the hospital. So this is the work of an admin. Next thing I will go with the billing amount, and another thing that I can add to the patient class is I will go with attribute. Yeah, so it's going to be discharge details in case like the patient has a severe case and wants to get admitted, like he needs to have a separate room and needs to be treated for n number of days, and after that the patient can be discharged once the patient is getting cured. So it will have the duration, date, the ward, the room number the patient is going to get treated. So discharge details will have the entire stuff over there. And yeah, next one is going to be the billing details. So yeah, the bill or the receipt. So it's going to be bill over here, and just I want to add attribute it will have the bill ID integer, and next it will have the patient name, patient name, and it will have like, what do you call that, string. Next is going to be the patient ID too, patient patient ID of a type integer. We'll have it in caps, it's fine. And next one is going to be the medicine amount. So there are two charges in case of like a patient is getting admitted. There are multiple ways a hospital can bill you. One is in case if they perform some surgery or operation, or in case if they are giving you some vaccines regarding any disease, that could be a bill. And in case if they're just giving a normal checkup is also like they bill you. And they, in case if you're just buying some syrups or medicine from that hospital, so these many waves you can be like build up in a hospital. So I'll just have as simple as the amount, that's it. The amount will cover it up. In case if you want to distinguish, you can just separate it like the medicine amount, the checkup amount, the operation or surgery amount, like that you can distinguish. So the amount is going to be of type float, because medicines can come in the paise, or the like the decimal numbers can also come there. So you can just have it as float over there. So that's it. So bill, you can just have operation as pay bills, or pay bills, that's it. Or you can just have update card details, something like that, add card details. It's if it's an online transaction, you can just do it. So this is now done, and final thing, the most important class is going to be our hospital class. So just imagine this as like a database, okay, database system that basically like encloses all our classes. So it's going to be hospital, yeah, hospital. So our hospital, just imagine what a hospital will have. Will have the list of staff name, the patient's name, the user name, the number of patients visited per day, the statistics, everything. It will literally have every other details the hospital needs, like the entire thing. So I'll just go with add attribute. This is going to be of the type list, because this is not going to be an single value. Alright, this is going to be of type list. It's not going to be individual, because user can be individual, a staff can be individual, but this hospital system is going to be of a list, right? Because it's not an individual user or something. It's considering the hospital as a whole thing. So it's going to be patient list. So it's going to be the entire details of the patients. So it's going to be of a string list, okay, or array of string, something like that. So you can have it that way. Next one is going to be the staff list, and you can also have the username list. This is also going to be of type string list. You can just add it over there. Next one is going to be the hospital details, the hospital name, hospital ID, the licenses, the documents, everything, hospital address, the email ID, hospital number, email, everything will come there. Basically the hospital details. And next thing comes this is also important thing, the number of people working in hospital. Basically the entire details of the hospital is going to be of type integer. Don't put float there. And yeah, this is basically pretty much it. You can just add the required things, hospital ID, name, number of doctors, something like that, the general statistics of a hospital. So I will just leave it with this. So I don't want you to like add more and more. I think this is enough. So I'll just go with operation. Operations is basically going to be like treat people. That is going to be the major operation. So treatment details is going to be the starting and ending point from the patient. Like patient comes to the hospital with a disease, gets treated for n number of days, and get discharged after being cured. So the entire workflow of how a patient is getting treated will be like added over there. And next one is going to be operation, update patient details, update patients. So add or update patients, you can just go with update patients. So it's like a cycle, right? Once the patients are getting discharged, there will be like new patients arriving. So it's like a cycle. So update patients. Next one is going to be update staff, in case of some new staffs are joining, or the old staffs are leaving off, so you can just have update staff, and it's going to be generate bills for patients, and salary, give salary to the working staff, generate bills, and the hospital also needs to pay their bills like electricity bills. We have your generator, electricity, everything, the equipments that they are using. So literally the chemicals and stuff, so the oxygen cylinder, so many things are there. So they also have a lot of bills to pay. So they need to also pay their bills, and that's it pretty much. You can just keep on adding the number of rooms or wards they have in the hospital, the equipments they have, the labs, the service that they provide. So there are like so many details that you can add to the hospital also, and you can also add an attribute saying the specialty of that hospital. So in case if it's like a kid care, or if it's like anything specializing in a particular thing, you can also like add that over there also, but I will just like leave it over here. So this is it pretty much. Now let me just now draw the arrow lines. So admin, user, patient is over here, and the bill, the staff, we'll put the staff here. So I'll just move the appointment over here. Admin will be coming here. The bill should come here, okay. So I'll just go with directed association. So the user will, everything will be connected to the hospital, okay. It's like a default thing, so I'll just connect it first. Yeah, everything gets connected to the hospital. Okay, it's the hospital, okay, it should come here. Yeah. Let me just delete this thing. So I will just like add it. It's an appointment to the patient, and the patient then gets treated by the staff based upon the appointment. So they will also have association with the appointment. It's like a multi-level mapping for that appointment. Like, yeah, based on the appointment, the patient is treated by the staff, and then the patient or the user needs to like pay the bill. So they pay the bill, and yeah, this is pretty much it. You can just like, it's looking so shabby, so you can just move it apart and have it this way, maybe with the hospital being in the center. Yeah, this looks way better now. Yeah, and the mapping is pretty much simple. We don't have a lot of multi-level. Most of them are just one-to-one mapping. So yeah, and that's it for this video, guys. And if you have anything to improve in this diagram, you can just write a comment down. And I've also done many other class diagrams, activity diagrams, use case diagrams in software engineering. So do check the playlist of my channel. I've also done tutorials in C, C++, Java, Python, Node.js, React.js, MongoDB, MySQL, Spring Boot, CRUD operations. So subscribe me. Thanks for watching.